we gotta talk about Britney Spears. And that leads me to our featured story of the night. Let's get it. All right, everybody. So Britney Spears, everybody. Here we go. Let's talk about Britney Spears getting a divorce. So for the third time. For the third
we know
time.
You love Britney, Chris.
Britney Spears, after 14 months, is getting a divorce. Now, apparently her and her husband, like, they had this agreement. They had a prenup. They signed it right before. And the prenup says for every 2 years, if they're married for 2 years, he would get $1 million. And up to 15 years, that would be the cutoff. And so that's what they had signed beforehand. Now, they lasted 14 months, so he's not getting anything. So he wants to renegotiate the prenup so he gets money, because right now he's not getting anything pretty much. So Britney's gone through a lot. We know she's just been beaten down. I can't imagine, like, remember when I was a kid, when I first saw her come on the scene, and it was just like, the girl from there to the girl now. I mean, what the entertainment industry does to people is insane to me. I mean, you go back looking at Michael Jackson, you know, all the way to, like, you know, now Britney Spears. As a child, the exploitation of them, it's just nuts. But okay, they were wed in June 2022, and this whole thing, he's 29 years old right now. She's 41. They met on set, so it was actually, he was cast as her love interest in Slumber Party music video that she did in 2016.
Worst day.
And you know, and a few months later, they started dating. I guess she initiated it. Apparently, that's what they said. She started posting in 2017 about the relationship, traveling around the world. He was there by her side this whole time through all of her family problems. He proposed in 2021.
After the conservatorship was over.
After it ended. And he's moving on. Now, she's got a pretty big lawyer attached to this right now. And the same person that's representing Kevin Costner for his divorce as well. Yeah, her name's Wasser. And she's worked with a lot of people before. So it's
I hope her last name's Wasser.
I mean, she's worked with Angelina Jolie, Kim Kardashian, Johnny Depp was one of her past clients. So, I mean, great lawyer. Hopefully they can just, you know, figure this out. But if you sign a prenup and it says, you know, you have to have a certain amount of time, it seems pretty cut and dry for me. But I feel bad for Britney, and I feel bad because, like I said, it's just like, you know, she probably thought she finally had love. She's free of her family. And then now, whatever. And he was saying that he enjoyed the times they loved each other and all that. And she said that too. But now you're giving this another mess. And it's like, she deserves some happiness. And unfortunately, she's not going to have that. Maybe she will now. Maybe she's the right person's number 4.
Hey,
I don't know.
She's only 41, dude. She
41.
got time.
Plenty of time.
That Prince Charming.
She's stronger than yesterday. I tell you that. That's what she is. Just putting that out there.
Okay, Dr.
Stronger.
Oops, he did it again.
Oops, did it again. You know, that toxic relationship.
I will not accept any more puns. This is a serious conversation this poor girl's being taken advantage of.
It's horrible. But Sabrina, what do you think about this? Do you think that he's going to win this? Think that he'll get more money, or will she actually be fine and it's just they're just gonna part ways?
No, I think the whole thing's sus. Honestly, when they met, he was 23. You know what I mean? He's 29 now. Like, rein it in, bro. He was like a champion and a cheerleader for her to get out of that conservatorship, which, by the way, the woman, at this point, she's 41 years old. Like, she shouldn't be in a conservatorship. That's absurd.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that like pushed her for that. But like, if they were in love and wanted to get married and have babies before then, why couldn't he propose before then? She couldn't legally get married until the conservatorship was over. But why couldn't he propose before then? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if that's what you guys really wanted, why couldn't you have proposed and then like know that this battle is going on, and when it's over, then you can get married? Like, it's all sus. And then like, as soon as it was over and she had control of her own money, they got married, and then they bought a new house, which I guess technically they attained while they were together. So that probably is like a 50-50 situation. This picture on the screen is, by the way, he literally was like, what should I do for paparazzi, you guys? Which look is the best? By the way, none of them, you're a dick and nobody cares about you. Your only reason why you're famous is because you married Britney Spears. And like, he has like 18 million followers on Instagram. So he's getting paid for that because of her. She has like 43 million followers on Instagram, something like that. So he's getting checks from Instagram all the time. I'm sure he also does TikTok and other like whatever social media things that pay him just to exist. He basically, well, I know Chris said they didn't buy a new house. She bought the new house, but still technically it was attained while they were married. And most of the time, not that I've ever been married or divorced, but like anything that you attain during a marriage is considered community property as opposed to anything that you came to the marriage with. If I came with a house, we live in my house, it's still my house if we got divorced. Now, if we buy a new house while we're married, it's considered our house. So he'll probably get half of that house that they moved into as soon as they got married. And like after they were together for 6 years, and after like 14 months now, he's the one filing for divorce and he wants to change the prenup. Like, you're already making money off her. You lived for 6 years with her and went on lavish vacations, went out to fancy dinners, lived in her house, just profited like from your lifestyle. Like, and also, by the way, got modeling jobs, acting jobs, and all these other things because of your popularity that you got from being with her. I think she's done enough for you. Okay? I think that you have gotten enough. You need to sit down, shut up, and walk away. Okay, you had 6 years of not having to pay for a fucking thing.
Traveling the world.
I'm sure you have no fucking debt. You have traveled the world. Thank you, Brian. And you have made a lot of fucking money. So kindly take your shit, get the fuck out, and leave me the fuck alone. Please and thank you. I don't want to hear a word from this guy. He's a horrible person. And he's 29. Like, fuck you, dude.
I know. And like most of their pictures too, it's like them on an airplane. I laugh. I was looking for pictures of them just for the show.
Plane
it's like
everywhere. They went on a 2-week yacht vacation to like different islands for their honeymoon. I mean, I don't know. This guy just seems like a total douchebag.
Yeah, it just seems like
I feel so bad for her. I really do. She's really gotten the shit end of the stick on all of her relations. People always trying to take advantage of her. It's so sad.
And maybe there was love at one point. I don't know.
Such a douche,
but
too.
Fuck him. The fucking backup dancer douchebag.
Yeah, K-Fed.
Oh my god.
Kevin, he went to like wrestling and stuff too. That guy, I don't know, he did a lot.
But she's such a good person. Like, she took care of all of these people. She took care of her family. She took care of her parents. She's such a good person. Like, and that is why people take advantage of her. Like, it's like they just see her as like a free ride because she is like a sweet, she has that song, I'm not that innocent, but you are, girl, you are. You are sweet and innocent and like a little flower that like everyone just wants to like suck the honey out of, and it's not nice.
How many Britney Spears songs can we say during this? Come on.
For her. That wasn't punny though. It was
I'm not a girl, yet not a woman.
Well, I mean, she's a woman now. She's 41.
Yeah.
All right, so that's my take. Next.
Lexi, are you surprised by this at all? Are you surprised by this?
She can be my sugar mama. I'll take good care of her. I'll show her some respect. Like, seriously, like, what is this shit?
Well,
like,
her
what
house
is
is
it
in
these guys?
Calabasas. Take a jog around there.
Like, my God, like, what is it these guys getting with like Britney Spears and then like disrespecting her and like not treating her well? I'm like, come the fuck on. Well, like, this girl's been through so much. Like, genuinely, like what you were saying, like, she's been through so much shit. I'm like, how does she just keep getting like so disrespected and so poorly treated? I'm like, she's such a like gorgeous person, like great performer. Like, she doesn't deserve anything that she's like been treated and done to her. And like, I don't understand like how we're still here at this point, like with everything with her and like her being treated this way. I'm like, I thought like once we got past the conservatorship, we were done with the shit, and it's like, here we are again. No,
but then this guy exploited her now again. It's ridiculous.
Like, for fuck's sakes, it's like,
leave Britney alone.
Yeah.
Can we leave Britney alone? Somebody? Was
that guy?
Leave Britney alone.
Yeah.
I forgot about that guy.
He was alone. One of the first viral people.
We were talking about him today, actually. Fun fact: he transitioned. So.
Really? Oh, good for him. That's fucking great. That's fucking, it's internet celebrity though. Like, everybody knows who everybody knows. It's like
I love that guy.
Good for
him.
It's
just like, it's like,
I agree, Rachel.
It's impossible to just sit here and like keep watching like this girl
I know, it's so sad.
Be sucked dry by society. Like,
literally everyone around her.
It's so tragic to watch.
Is this the business though too? I mean, honestly, Omo, what do you think? Is this the business too? Is it like, is this what can happen to people? Is it that tough, or is there a path where this doesn't happen? This doesn't happen to everybody, right?
I think what's more concerning for me is that there's nobody around her that cares about her,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a big Britney fan. I grew up as a Britney fan, and I hope that she finds better. She deserves true love. She deserves somebody that has her back. Everybody deserves that. And Britney's given the best of herself to everybody around her. So
yeah. And how is it people just take advantage of her like this? It just makes me really bummed out, because it's just like everything you hear about her, that she is just a good human being, and it's like Why do people do this nowadays? We talked about this the other day. Why do people just like take advantage of good people? And she's busted her ass for everybody just to entertain people.
Look at this douchebag.
Yeah, he looks like a little douche, but
I'm sorry.
But I feel bad. I mean, and she's like a role model for so many people, like how many years, and then it's like you see her get shit on, and it sucks. It really
like her parents were supposed to be looking out for her, and they had control of her money, and all they did was spend it and do whatever they wanted with it, and
they didn't
hold
look
her
out
down,
for
and that is not
any
fair.
of them. They didn't look out for
No,
Jamie
that's what I'm
Lynn
saying.
either.
Though
Jamie Lynn was let
that
down
was
just
their
as
fucking
hard.
job. And they
Like,
screwed that up,
That fucking shit with Nickelodeon and her as well is the fucking disgusting. Like,
well, her parents. I mean, what kind of parents put both their kids in the entertainment industry at that age? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they tried to do it with like I think the third one too. Like, wasn't there a third one? They
Is there
tried to
a
do it
third
with
one?
As well? I thought there was a third one they tried to do it with as well. Like, I thought
there's a surprise Jonas. I wouldn't be surprised there's a surprise Spears.
Yeah. I'm surprised to learn that.
Oh, like bonus Jonas. Where'd he come from?
There's also a surprise with the Hemsworth that popped
Luke.
up on Westworld.
Yeah,
Luke
Luke.
Hemsworth. He popped in.
He's the oldest one. You're like, what happened? Where'd you come from, man?
He's surprised.
But at the end of the day, it's like the family should have been taken care of
There
better.
is a brother, says Rachel. Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
This business is tough, and every show business is tough enough. Like music business is tough. Like just to break through and get someplace is tough enough. Let alone if your family's not there to support you and help guide you as a kid. As a kid being thrust into that, like you need that
her
back.
family are horrible. She's like the Lohan. They're like the Lohan parents. Like they should I would like to see a death match between the Lohan parents and the Spears parents.
The Spears,
like go for it. Like
Can we get them
can
we throw the McCulkin parents in there too?
Yeah, send them up in Bezos' dick ship and they just have them never come back. Like please and thank you.
Because the McCulkin clan are pretty bad parents as well. They treated their kids
it's
like
just sad. That's why they created the Coogan laws, but they created this conservatorship and somehow got it and were able to just basically control her, which kept her partially a child, I think. They didn't let her be an adult. So she had to go to her parents for everything and wasn't allowed to be in control of her own life, which stunted her growth as a human fucking being.
But
which is
Michael
partially
Jackson's
why
the same
I think
way.
she becomes
same thing, yeah.
Still repeats the same mistakes because she was never really allowed to make her own mistakes. It was only the mistakes her parents let her make. Do you know what I mean? It's hard to learn from shit when it's not you making your own decisions.
These powerful
Even if
celebrity
it's
children
shitty.
who grow up in the industry just get fucked up. They just grow up so fucked up, like all of them. Because she started out in Mickey Mouse Club, so she started out right off the bat, as a little, and then grew up right into
she
that.
started with Ryan Gosling and Christina Aguilera was in that bunch, and they're fine.
Justin Timberlake.
I mean, fine Justin Timberlake. I mean.
But some of those are
he is
male
crying a river someplace, but it's
we
fine.
treat male celebrities very differently than we treat.
Okay.
But we treat the male celebrities very differently than female celebrities. Look at JT and Britney's relationship. Look at the way that Britney was treated in that relationship compared to JT.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Oh, she lost her virginity, whereas it's
Well, that's just women in general. That's not.
But
I mean, that's...
it was gross. It was gross the way that she was treated, and he came out of it. He comes out of it every time. Same thing with the whole thing with Janet Jackson. He came out of that perfectly fine, and she had her entire career destroyed. True. So it's just he's had a lot of things he's walked away from and had none of his career hurt.
But that's unfortunately the power of the penis. That's not
right. Exactly.
That's society. That's not
the
you know
power
what I
of
mean.
The what?
My penis, should I say?
Yeah.
I mean, Matt, that's how, and that is starting to slowly, cyclically change slowly as the doors are slowly opening. And it's unfortunately, I don't think in any of our lifetimes that it's going to be exactly equal. People are like, well, when women were able to vote, they're like, it's equal. Women can vote. No, bitch, it's not. It's not equal at all. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Or it's even, I don't know. I just feel like everything that happens, people are like, you should take this win and fuck off. And I'm like, no, it's not a win.
It's tragic that in your lifetime that you think that you won't see that.
I won't. I don't think I will see that.
And I don't disagree with you, but that's even more tragic. But that's tragic. To genuinely
but there
think
are steps being made in the right direction.